Savaged.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Real news, it's not fake news.
Answer along the line.
Am I allowed to say that? No, I'm not political. Anyway, guys. So yeah, we're ready. 1 second.
The left are liars. Stop the fucking bullshit.
Bye. Go home to mommy.
An army or a group. It only takes one person to fight for freedom.
Savage Unfiltered.
Hey guys, what is on? Happy Saturday to all the Savage Army guys and ladies and teenagers and who else may be listening to this on Rumble. Welcome, guys. Hat tip to most of you guys. Yes, I'm without my hat. I feel very naked today. So yeah, guys, welcome to our special Saturday live stream here on Rumble. We are live on Rumble. As well, I believe, as Joseph's channel. Joseph always looking at his channels from here time to time. So if you head over to our Rumble page, guys, Savaged Unfiltered, you're going to want to check in and leave those comments and concerns, guys. Really appreciate it. So welcome to today's show, guys. We're going to talk about the Norton versus Shelby case of 1886. Yeah, it's an old fucking case, guys. Real old case. So why are we talking about it? Because no one is, and it should be talked about. So I want to jump in to this with Joseph here in a little bit. But before I bring Joseph into the live stream here, I wanna bring in Sadia. Sadia here on Savage Unfiltered. Sadia, what is going on?
Hey, how is everybody? My shirt didn't come yet, but my cup did.
Oh, okay. It should be on its way, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think
Hopefully.
it's going to show up after the holiday. So
how's everything going up there in Las Vegas?
it is hot. It is 105 degrees today. So if people get hot under their collar, there's a reason for that. But there's a lot to talk about. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
But yeah, I want to talk about a little bit of Shelby. It's an old case, Sadia. It has a lot to do with voting rights and everything else. So, what do you think needs to be done here with Norton versus Shelby?
Well, can you refresh me a little bit on it? I looked it up. I didn't realize it was such an old case. So I tried to prepare, but I'm trying to Google on the down low. Can you give me a brief overview while I Google it?
Hi, welcome to YouTube.
Thanks, it's great to be here. I'm just gonna upload my video right now.
Let me see it first. Oh, wow. No, you can't post that.
Why not?
I don't agree with that. Nope.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ew, what are you doing?
I'm uploading my video.
All right, that's a warning, pal.
Dude, you need to relax.
Flag!
What?
Okay, you want to get crazy? Boom, boom, double flag. There goes your video.
Did you just cancel me? All right, I'm gonna be leaving now.
Where are you going?
To a place where I can't get canceled and they celebrate free speech.
Have fun in Fantasyland.
It's not Fantasyland, it's called Rumble. Later, pal. Did you need these back?
Yeah, I'm gonna need those for the next person.
Got you. Good luck, buddy.
Savage Unfiltered.
Bring Joseph into the panel here. Joseph, buddy, welcome.
Hey.
Love the background, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, Michael and Shaky. That is a very nice and complex, a whole lot going on there background. But yeah, the Norton Shelby, I talked to John. He claims he didn't get the email. You guys use Gmail, so I mean, we know Google has played games in the past. I should have known, I guess, when he didn't respond to confirm for today that maybe he didn't get it. But I know I told him a week and a half ago or so, 4 o'clock. So if he didn't write it down, that's the breaks. But yeah, the case is old. However, people want to try to bring it up again and make a deal out of it. It may have been too long ago. A precedent generally will only last for so long, and then other case law will supplant it. And that may be the case here, but under that, we can and could challenge some of these regulations and rulings that come out of these deep state organizations, the alphabet agencies that technically are unconstitutional and illegal and are not duly real elected officials, appointed bureaucrats with no legal authority over us.
I totally agree, Joseph. I want to apologize. I'm having some issues or something. I guess it might have been some disturbance coming out of Sadia's end, but as soon as I took her off, it kind of cleared it up. But we're gonna check back with Sadia, make sure everything's good, because there was some disturbance coming from her end. But I agree. I really do. There was a video here I wanted to plug into the show with a woman basically speaking up against this. This was an old video, folks. This is maybe a year and a half ago. It's old, but it's still fresh in content and fresh in relevance of what we're talking about. Before I plug it in, producer Shaky plugs it in. Where do you think, Joseph, I heard bits and pieces of it because I came into the stream as you were talking, but what do you think, do you think this Shelby or Norton versus Shelby thing is going to disappear soon, or people are going to talk about it more?
Well, it's been gone for decades. It's been basically lost. And here in Michigan, John Tatar, who ran for Wayne County Sheriff in the last election, is one of a group of people who are trying to reintroduce it into the lexicon of the legal posturing. I'm drawing a blank on where I want to go, but yeah, they want to reintroduce it and see if they can get it back into our consciousness and discussing it, and indeed find out whether other precedences have supplanted it, or potentially a SCOTUS ruling they're just not looking at, or overlooking, or I hate to say maybe ignoring because it's not convenient. Obviously, everybody wants to posture and position and present the things that are beneficial to their side. In this case, it's my side, but their agenda, our agenda in this case.
Let's fly, baby! Bring it!
Welcome home, honey.
Do you read now?
What is this?
It's classified.
Coming with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't invited.
Oh.
Bad behavior. Nothing can stop me, I can't get enough. Playing with dangerous bad behavior. Bad behavior. They call it bad behavior.
Hey, why are you here?
I got this situation where I need your help.
I need bad friends.
Was that the new guy?
Is that sniper?
Don't worry about it. I got a prescription scope.
Well, Hawkeyes, remember this face. Don't shoot it by accident.
Terrorists have taken possession of nuclear missiles on a cargo ship off the coast. If these babies go off, it'll be World War III. Take cover! To choose this life over friends Over family.
It's time to get loud.
Let's fly, baby! Come on, bring it!
I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Distant us into the reservation.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Is that the biggest one you've got?
Oh, it's way bigger than that.
Here's a question for you. Just how far are the radical left and inside the Beltway bandits willing to go to stop him? We all know they hate him for winning the fight to protect life, for exposing their deep state, for draining their precious swamp. And they already know he'll crush Biden. So like a pack of rabid wolves, they attack. So let's impeach him. Let's get tainted radical left prosecutors to charge him. Let's conspire with Hillary and the FBI with fake stories about him. All to distract from Biden's incompetence, weakness, and money-grabbing corruption. But here's the thing, he'll never blink. That's called having the courage of your convictions. And it's why he's our president.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Savaged, unfiltered.
Looking for a Michigan case for Shelby County, actually Tennessee. Michigan is referenced in some of the materials. It brings together other states and other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's primarily a Tennessee case. But again, if we can bring that.
Yeah. So here's my thing. This Norton versus Shelby, case of going back to 1886. So Sadia, you have any insight on this?
So let me make sure that I'm on the same page as everybody. So Shelby County issued bonds because they were indebted to a railroad company, but the people issuing these bonds weren't the actual recognized government. Is that correct?
More or less. Again, not duly elected officials. You can't have some third party alphabet agency removed.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sadia.
So I was able to do a little bit of research, and I can understand why it's important. You can't have people running around saying that they're part of the government if they're not, and taxing property, which I imagine is what people are worried about now. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm upset that we're putting undocumented immigrants in hotels in New York and kicking out veterans. There is a lot. I think this is an important case. I think it's important that we talk about it now. From what it looks like, there never was a commissioner in that county. And some guy was just like, hey, I'm the commissioner. I'm going to raise this money. And that's not okay. If you claim to be a duly elected official, you had better be a duly elected official. So I think that's what I took from it.
Yeah, my concern is expanding it beyond that. The point being, again, even though a commission may be appointed, the technicality whether or not, like in this case, he was not appointed by a duly elected official, even to a commission, to say he's working on behalf of the elected government. I think it can, could, and should be pushed to the Supreme Court even further that these alphabet agencies, even though created by Congress, are recommissioned.
Played it simple. I mean, this is. Yeah.
If they're not re-upped every 10 years, they should be sunsetted, right? The Congress needs to reapprove these agencies because the Congress changes every 2 years. They're not bound by a previous Congress. And these agencies cannot be left to be running rogue and roughshod. They need to come back to the Congress and say, here's our charter, here's our mission, this is what we intend to do. You re-up us or you don't. They can't, they're not appointed, can't be appointed king. That's the point here. We left a monarchy.
Joseph, do you think the FBI needs to establish its validity every 10 years and the CIA? Or are we talking more like local level kind of stuff?
Every agency. Half of them are unconstitutional to begin with. So yes, we have to have that discussion.
Okay, the FBI, from what I understand, was created because let's say somebody commits a crime in Nevada but crosses the border into California. To settle the argument of who has to track down the bad guy, the minute you cross state lines, bam, FBI. It's now a federal thing.
But they have gone way beyond that.
Whether you're just discovering your voice or taking your show to the next level, you know what the world needs to hear. All you have to do is say it. With Spotify, set up your podcast. Your food podcast. Your mindfulness podcast. Your never thought you'd get this far podcast. And watch those sparks fly.
I put a picture of the
Drop the episode anywhere people listen. And find out who they're cooking with, where they're finding inner balance, and why they love your show. You're already a creator. Now you can create, connect, and get paid for your passion with one single free tool. Spotify for podcasters. Talk where the world listens.
Take the EPA. Richard Nixon, not all that long ago, in my lifetime, right, created the EPA, the same argument. It's just only, each state has its own EPA. This only affects cross-state issues. They've way gone beyond their constitutional and allowed authority under the laws which they were created.
Can you give an example?
The EPA and with what is the other agency regulating ponds as wetlands. You have no authority over that. That is an in-state issue. Get the hell out of my bleeping backyard. You do not have the authority.
Joseph, I agree with you, but here's something here I want to plug into the show here. With the woman reaching out in a courtroom about this issue. Like I said, folks, the video is very, 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 very old. Very, very, very old. So you're going to want to check this video out.
Ms. Janice Daniels. I'm with Michigan Conservative Union. I'm a board member, and I'm also a board member of the Election Integrity Fund and Force. The presentation that I was asked to make this evening was on election integrity. You might be kind of surprised because my slide says America is a republic and we intend to keep it. So what am I talking about? Is that election integrity? I think that there is a great intersectionality between election integrity and republicanism. Now, do I mean the Republican Party? No, I do not. In fact, at this point in my life, it's like boo-hiss to the Republican Party. If the Republican Party followed their platform, I would agree with what the Republican Party stands for, but they don't. And that is sad, and maybe we the people can get them to understand that they need to follow their platform. We're going to talk about good versus evil because, quite frankly, I think that this all boils down to the great battle that has been going on since the beginning of time, that is good versus evil. we have a modern day republic in America that is unsurpassed in the history of the world throughout time. America's modern republic is so unique and so vital to success that, for example, Cleon Skousen wrote a book called The 5,000-Year Leap, in which he said the American form of government advanced society by 5,000 years in terms of the technological growth, in terms of the society.
So basically, guys, you heard, I mean, you heard, this woman reaching out, very, I guess, very concerned, about our republic. She's concerned about the well-being of our future, of, a lot of different things. I mean, everything is on the line here. Voter integrity, we feel like in the last election, that slipped away, and it was more about, people's power than for the people. And that's my own personal opinion and my own aspect of on how I'm seeing this. I'm seeing our republic, folks, literally being stripped away. It's being stripped away from its power. And, I love to get Joseph's insight on this. We're battling free speech, folks, on other platforms. So I think maybe accidentally Joseph is streaming on YouTube. So hopefully, if that's the case, hit that cancel button, Joe. Get it off, man. But anyway, usually when we do stream on YouTube, they love canceling us out and everything. So I think that might have been what the issue is. So I see some people coming in on Rumble. I want to get your comments. I see you. Leave the comments on there on our Rumble feed. Please, it means a lot on this issue, Norton versus Shelby. And you're probably wondering, like, what the hell is this case, Michael? Well, this case goes back to 1886. Joseph, how can we, like I said, how can we restore our republic when elected officials are not even standing by the damn words?
Right. Well, number one, Mama Bears and Papa Bears need to go to school board meetings. And you need to wear a SavageArmy.com Roar Restore Our American Republic shirt when you're doing that. Hint, hint. Go to SavageArmy.com. But yeah, that woman, Janice Daniels, I know her personally. She used to be a Wham radio host. Great person, very knowledgeable, and indeed. It's funny that she mentioned about republicism. She said republicanism. I say it on my Facebook page under Martin Keeler because I have to be under an alias there. My count of 20 years was banned long ago, of course. But I say on my Facebook page, I am here for republicism, not Republican Party hackism. So kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So here's my thing, Joseph. Like with this whole Norton versus Shelby, I'm just going to close it out like this, guys. Yeah, I'm just going to close it out like this. I think more needs to be done, Joseph. That's plain and simple. Just more needs to be done. You know what I mean?
Well, part of the process is education. And we're doing that today. I wish John and Ron would have been able to be here with us. They know more of the ins and outs of it. Because I said they're kind of the ones here pushing it. Janice Daniels is part of John's group. I was there a week and a half ago signing books, signing and selling books to the group. And like Sadia was saying in the private chat, we are a republic. Yes. The word democracy does not appear in Terror Strikes Coming Soon to a City Near You one time because we are a republic, and that's part of the education in my book. And it's needed, isn't it, Sadia?
Well, yes, let's define what a republic is. If we were a true democracy, every citizen would sit down for 2 or 3 hours on a Friday and vote on all of the stuff for that week. That's a democracy, and that is not what we do. We are a republic because we vote for people who will vote on our behalf. I have 2 senators and a congressperson and city council people, so that's the difference. Now, some people argue that we now have the technology to become a true democracy, where the citizens themselves could vote and we could just abolish both houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate, and let the people actually vote. That's probably a few generations away. So a democracy is I vote on everything that affects me and affects my country. A republic is I'm going to vote for a senator. I have 2 senators, but they never run in the same year. A congressperson, that kind of thing.
But it is also important to clarify China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, they are republics too, but their constitution lay out the rights of the government power over the people, whereas our constitutionally limited republic limits the powers of are supposed to. It used to. We've long lost it and got to get it back. It limits the federal powers. 10th Amendment guarantees it to the states, not delegated, and again, these agencies, invalid, unconstitutional. Department of Education, completely unconstitutional. That is a state and a we, the people, issue, and we've got to get the republic back. But yes, other nations are a republic. It's important to make that distinction, how our Western republics are set far and above apart, like from the Magna Carta, than those tyrannical government-given rights versus God-given rights under our republic and our Bill of Rights.
Joseph, I'm going to have to disagree with you on one thing. I think we need a federal or national board of education, because there are school districts in Texas that teach that Jesus rode dinosaurs. And seriously, I looked into this during the last election. So there is some merit in having a post office that can work in all 50 states. If you see the difference in education among, our worst states, Nevada's one of them, and our highest performing states, the facts are the facts. I don't believe Jesus rode dinosaurs. I think that's scientifically impossible.
Yeah, well, you're talking about one weird one-off anomaly. I'm talking about how the fact is education has declined ever since Jimmy Carter created the Department of Coercion rather than education. They used the stick of the money and the strings attached.
Plain and simple, guys. I with everything that everybody's saying here, I really do. But here's the thing that we need. We need to complete our republic. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.